This weekend, chances are you'll see some of these. Fireworks as people across the Triad celebrate the 4th of July. But chances are you're also going to see some of these. Storms. And right now we're tracking them throughout the Triad, and it's going to be like that all weekend long. So keep that in mind when you're making plans. The good news here though, Tim, you say we're not having a total washout?
Nah, far from it.
3 inches per hour. Wow. This weekend, you'll want to stay on top of all those moving storms throughout the Triad. Head over to WFMYnews2.com's weather section for the 7-day interactive radar and the hour-by-hour forecast. Okay, it's pop quiz time. What's the #1 4th of July plan? Fireworks, perhaps? Nope. Check this out. 43% of people will watch the fireworks, but 65% plan to attend a cookout. Before you start chowing down, though, you really gotta hear this warning. It's a really important safety warning one of your neighbors gave to WFMY News 2's Ben Powell today.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm glad he's okay. Now, of course, this bizarre story, it's not gonna keep you from grilling out, especially on this 4th of July weekend. So 210 asked some firefighters for help. They say you should position the grill at least 20 feet away from your house or apartment. If you have a gas grill, check those wires for gas leaks. Charcoal grill, make sure you wait until the ashes burn out completely, then dump them in a safe place. Firefighters say if you smell a rotten egg type of smell coming from your grill, you may have a leak or a loose connection. There's another warning we need to remind you of tonight, something incredibly sad that we report all too often. Every summer, you keep hearing stories about kids being left in hot cars. The latest happened just yesterday in Asheboro. Police say a dad left his 2 kids in a hot car for about 90 minutes while he went to a bank. Officers say the windows were cracked, but it was 85 degrees outside. The kids are okay, but officers charged the dad with 2 counts of misdemeanor child abuse. Today, we posted a little experiment on social media to show you just how hot cars can get. We placed crowns on the dashboard inside one of our news vans. Now, this experiment started before noon when it was about 84 degrees out. You'd think that's not that hot. But a few hours later, all the crowns melted. It might look like an art project, but think about what that can do to your kids. And I want you to look at this. About 2 this afternoon, it was 87 degrees out, just 87, but we took the temperature inside the van. The dashboard, 152, and the backseat where a kid would sit, 121. We also have a summer heat safety guide posted on WFMYnews2.com. Log on for more resources to keep your family safe this summer, like how much water do you really need to drink?
Bathrooms.
For months now, anytime you turned on the TV,
discrimination against transgender and
somebody was talking about
HB2.
You just really couldn't escape it in North Carolina. But now it all comes down to these 2 pages. Late Friday, lawmakers changed HB2. Well, part of it. The bill restores workers' abilities to sue over workplace discrimination in state courts. But now, there's only a 1-year statute of limitation. You used to have 3. House Speaker Republican Tim Moore hopes this move will stop the controversy.
I hope that they, and frankly any other business that had concerns about discrimination arguments, sees this, fixing this issue with the access to state courts as addressing that.
It doesn't really do anything to fix anything except let you sue in state court.
Democrats like Guilford County Representative Pricey Harrison say the bill just doesn't go far enough. The change won't enhance workplace protections on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. It also doesn't change any of the rules for using the bathroom. Is this change enough to bring all the businesses back to our state?
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, I believe that we're going to continue to face more losses.
For sure, we'll face a lot more time turning on the TV and hearing about HB2 as that election gets closer. The FBI interviewed Hillary Clinton this morning about her use of a private email server when she was Secretary of State. Clinton's camp says the interview was voluntary and that she's pleased to have the opportunity to assist the Justice Department. The Justice Department is investigating whether government secrets were compromised. Donald Trump weighed in. He tweeted, quote, "It is impossible for the FBI not to recommend criminal charges against Clinton. What she did was wrong." Now, you might hear more from Trump about the issue when he heads to North Carolina next week. Both he and Clinton will speak to voters right here on Tuesday. Clinton and President Obama will hold a rally at the Charlotte Convention Center. It starts at 3 in the afternoon. Trump's campaign announced today his rally will be at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh. It starts at 7. Of course, WFMY News 2 will be at both events. Coverage starts Tuesday on our Good Morning show. So chances of a storm didn't keep people from celebrating the 4th tonight. Wet n Wild kicked off its Independence Day celebration. Families came out to enjoy a block party and those beautiful fireworks there. Wet n Wild will also have fireworks tomorrow and Monday. At just 4 years old, this little guy is already a golf pro, and he might just be the youngest kid to hit a hole-in-one. But first, he's going to have to prove it. The story in just 3 minutes. This Texas boy has proven he could be golf's next superstar, and now he could be a world record holder too for being the youngest kid to get a hole-in-one. If only he and his family can track down the group of golfers who might have witnessed the shot. I bet you that dad's got his phone filming every single shot from now on. The golf course is trying to find the witness on social media. They posted Alex's story on Facebook, but so far, no luck. However, Tim is not having as hard a time tracking down some storms tonight.
I've hit a hole-in-one on a mini golf course before.
That's pretty impressive.
Right into the clown's mouth, I tell you. That's the easy one.
Patrick, it was really hard to rip away from the TV today, all those wrecks down in Daytona.
Yeah, if you like wrecks, then
oh my
NASCAR
gosh.
was your thing today.
It's crazy.
I mean, it was a pretty exciting race.
Like
and
every
it
10
just ended
seconds.
a few seconds ago. So we've got your highlights from that. Of course, we got the Hornets and all sorts of other stuff, so you'll want to stick around.
Great.
Finished, and he's going to take home the coveted yellow jersey.
Wow, that's a long way. I went 10 miles today and I was out of breath.
Too much for me.
Thanks for watching.